Hey everyone, I'm glad you tuned into the channel today, as today I am going to try to put a little bit of rock and roll into your life, and I am going to be unboxing and reviewing the one and only, everyone's favorite of many, the G.I. Joe Classified Series 71, none other than Craig Rock and Roll McConnell. Now this figure, I couldn't wait to get it. I ended up having to cross the border over to Canada to pick it up because it was still not here in the US. Now that it had finally arrived, I've seen that a lot of the orders in the US are being filled from Hasbro. But without further ado, this is a figure that many people were asking for, and it's finally here, one of the original 13s. So let's crack this open and see what rock and roll and what the fuzz is all about. Alright, now like all my G.I. Joe unboxings, I like to do them on the spot. I have yet to open it. It's still taped up and everything in case there's any damages or any loose joints and stuff. We all get to be surprised at the same time. And as today, as you can see, I did get an audience here to watch me unbox it. I normally don't have any other figures unless I compare sizes, but I think this was fitting, seeing as though I've seen the videos on this, I've seen the pictures on it, and it looks amazing, and I hope not to be disappointed. So it's enough of the talk. Let's get them out of the packaging here. Nice picture there of rock and roll with all the accessories. I like how they integrated the new size chart, and he's 6'4". Let's see if that scales correctly, because I remember Torpedo was about 6 feet, so I am thinking that he should be bigger than rock and roll, should be bigger than Torpedo. Alright, that's it. Let's get this here to the side. And of course we got the rock and roll locker or trunk. Little rock and roll there on the case there. Let's get these accessories out of the Cobra G.I. Joe wax paper. It actually has some nice, make sure I don't miss anything. Let's get this out of the way. And of course we got the little cardboard prison here, which a viewer of mine made a great observation in one of my videos. He made a comment on how this packaging was a little bit of a throwback to the 1/6 scale that they used to do back in the day, even before my time. Has a old G.I. Joes used to be packaged, so I guess this is like an homage to them. So thanks for the little insight, Robert Jackson, and thank you for being a viewer and a subscriber, and for your support. Nice picture there of rock and roll. Nice little artist rendition there, just like the one in the box. So let's put all his holsters and shifts up. They seem to be loose. Let's stand him up. Let's move him up here, and let's quickly go over. Man, I'm telling you right now, this figure is lit. This figure is on fire. But let's quickly go over the accessories, which I like about G.I. Joe. You got tons of accessories. It's gun there was well protected. Has a nice little cardboard tape to keep it, which is new. I haven't seen that with any of the other figures. That's a nice little extra padding protection for the gun. I appreciate that. Nice little gun there. And of course it has all the little pegs and holes and for the added accessories. It does, here it goes. I guess this is for the bullets. Guess make sure I got it right. Yeah, nicely done there. Nice looking gun. Like the detail on the on it. Not too familiar with the guns, but this looks like it does some damage. Of course, somebody fitting of rock and roll. And of course you got the bullets. Nice. Right there. I guess we'll try to put it together later on. And of course it has these. I believe this one will probably go in here somewhere. Yeah, yeah, we'll figure out the other ones probably. I mean, and he does have them also wrapped around himself. That looks actually pretty cool. He does come with a nice radio walkie-talkie there, which is nice because not all the other ones I think have one. I know Falcon has that little backpack radio type thing. It's nicely detailed on it. Oh, his sidearm there, nice piece there. That's basic, simple details, but it'll be good. Probably won't be posting it with it anyway. He does come with his helmet. Hang 10, nicely done there. Look at the man, the details on the helmet are nice. This is nice. Again, I know rock and roll was a favorite. A friend of mine's growing up. I was more of a Outback guy. He was a rock and roll guy. But I mean, I'm a huge G.I. Joe fan growing up. I grew up on. I remember watching the pilot episodes of the shows in the '80s. So, this series is actually bringing back a lot of nostalgia. Pretty much improving on some of the figures, and at the same time keeping them true. I would have liked the all green version, original one, but this is great. I mean, I haven't even got my hands on it and looked it up close, and it's great. And then of course, one of the few times, like the Sergeant Slaughter that has an extra set of hands. It's got the little rock and roll with this tattoo on the hand. That is some nice detail. And then the fist, which I believe every G.I. Joe should at least come with one fist. It'll be great for scenes, photography and stuff like that. But man, this is nice. All right, let me take a step back and admire rock and roll, because this, I mean, man, look at that. I'm telling you, let's get some more lighting in here. Man, they nailed it. Man, I was a little, like I said before in one of my videos, I was getting a little afraid because some of the QC issues with CoverGirl but man, they stepped up. Look at that. Now, there is something that I'm already noticed that I'm going to little nitpick about it, but man, it's going to be minor compared to, man, this is a nice looking figure. I mean, this time I'm going to use the scissors. Oh, by the way, happy 4th, guys. So it's fitting that I am reviewing rock and roll. To you out there, be safe. And if you're going to handle fireworks, do it in a safe environment. I mean, look at the detail. So I don't have things so I'm going to have to use my scissors. But man, look at the detail on the beard there. Man, I got to get the lighting here a little bit better. Oh man, let's light this sucker up. I mean, look at the details of the eyes, the beard. I mean, look at that. The shades in there, the layers of the hair. Look at that. I mean, this is one of the best hair sculpts I've seen. I mean, they did all right with the Outback Tiger Force, but then when you got to the original ones with the original uniform, the hair piece was just too colorful. Didn't do it for me. But I mean, even the details. Look at that stare, man. Then you got the bullet vest going down around the back, nicely done. It kind of looks a lot bigger on this one than here, and the bullets are all supposed to be the same, but little minor details. Here is a little bit off, but I guess it won't. Yeah, it's like they didn't really match it up right, but yeah, who cares at this point? The figure's so great. I mean, details on the belt there, little pouches there. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be for magazines. If they were, they should have done the top black, or if they're not, then who knows. And it has like holes all over the place, so I wonder if, oh, the radios, I guess you can plug the radios into different spots in the belt, so that's actually pretty cool. Instead of just being in one place, it will have it. It's got his canteen there. Little flask there for water. Now the tattoos are great, but they should have done a little bit here on the elbows there, and not have that gap separation. Same thing with here. It would have been nice if they would have had the continuation. If it's all one piece, it would have looked nice if they would have just gone that extra mile and tattoo in there, cover up some of these joints there. It's got the little watch there, and then it has, I guess, more bullets. The paint ups are a little off on some of them. You can't tell if they're bullets or not, but they're actually not bad. But let's see if and here again is the same tattoo from the hand. Which, did they nail it together? Yep, they did a good job. Let me pull this out and see what the rest of the hand will look like with the. Yeah, that's not bad. Tattoo does go inside. That bullet bracelet does come off. So you can see the rest of the tattoo. But man, let me put that back on there. That looks so cool with them there. Nice little trigger finger there. Let's see what the other hand, if the watch. Oh, the watch does come off. So let's go. Let's look at the tattoos on this hand. Which they did a good job as far as stopping the tattoo at certain points, but I mean, it would have been nice if they would have carried over some of them into the hand on this hand too. That would have nailed it, because it's like they just stopped, like like you do a drawing on the paper and all of a sudden that's the end. But man, I gotta tell you, this is one badass mother. And then get my scissors back in here actually. Yeah, it looks better with the watch on it, because that piece, the way it stops, or the bracelet, yeah, it's just a bracelet. Never mind, it's not a watch, it's a bracelet. Thought it was a watch. Yeah, it's just a rock and roll bracelet. It looks good. So, I mean, the articulation of the pants, the detail. I mean, all these GI Joes are all the bottom, all the pieces sculpted are all the same. They just look a lot different depending on the uniform or the pant style, or like Shipwreck has the bell bottom, so they kind of look good with the bottom pieces new. This all looks new. I don't think I have boots that resemble these, so this is a nice butterfly. Not gonna dwell on the articulation. It's GI Joe classified. We all know how good they are, so I'm not even gonna worry. But man, this rock and roll. I know you probably hear in the background the fireworks are going off in my neighborhood, so you might hear my dogs barking soon. So hopefully they've gotten used to it. Last year they did really good. This year they already started barking at the minimal one. So we'll see how the night progresses. Because here in my neighborhood, they put fireworks all the way till 3 o'clock in the morning. All right, man. I've got to tell you, man. This going back to rock and roll. Man, they just keep getting better and better. And I've seen some of their more reveals and on paper and they look amazing. Man, but are they going to be able to top this figure? Whew. And they're gonna step up their game. Now they're going to have to keep that game up there. Because there is just no way that they can't go down from here. They have to. They have to keep nailing this. This here is going to set the bar going the way. And I mean, I've seen some of the artist renders and digital renders of what's coming. So far, knock on wood, looks good. So, I mean, you drop the ball after a figure like this, you're going to be making a lot of collectors and a lot of fans upset. So, let's see if we can put rock and roll together. I'm not going to bother with put that gun there. I think radio actually will look better in the back. Let's see if I can slide it on there. He does have the peg in the back, but he has no backpack, which is maybe one of the few GI Joes that I have without a backpack. I think the Commando Snake Eyes doesn't have one either. I don't remember. I gotta find everybody's accessories. They're all over up somewhere. Um, and the gun. I guess we'll put the gun up. I'm usually never too crazy with the stand, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be taking that off. I like it better when they're just, you know, aiming them out. Um, does it look? Yeah, this is. I would have liked this better on the outside, not on the inside. Yeah, the pegs. It's not a look for me. And of course, we have to put on those rock and roll fingers up. And look at that. Of course, you know, yeah, we'll work on that later. But man, this is, look at that. Man, that is one badass looking figure. So man, guys, definitely got your hands on this rock and roll figure. Like I said, I know a lot of people's orders are starting to come out of Hasbro. I got mine's a few weeks ago from DJC Collectibles in Canada. Great company. Look them up. Man, their service from being in Canada, and I'm all the way down in Florida. Their shipping, Jesus, I think 4 days max, even on the weekends. I mean, I haven't seen shipment. I've had shipments from California that take over a week, and those brothers up there, man, they nail it. They are fast. You put in an order, they ship it either the same day or the next day, and you have it. And the shipping is, again, it's in Canadian money, so you save a lot. You know, money comes equivalent to the U.S., but there's coupons out there. Look them up. I don't have one, so just look them up, man. I think Kyle Peterson has one, so you might want to use it. I've been using his for a while. It saves another 8%. It might not seem very a lot, but in Canadian money, it does. You do save some. And again, their service is outstanding. And I believe they might have some. Not sure. I think they might still have some. Again, I got them a couple weeks ago, so I don't know if they're sold out yet, but I would check them out. And again, man, I hope you enjoyed on this fourth my video. Thank you as always for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the like button or hit the unlike button. Either way, it helps. You know, your opinion matters. And as always, take care of each other and continue to be a fine figure. And I will definitely see you later. Rock and roll, baby.